Hello, ladies. All right, we're going to do some spot checking on this piece right here. A couple of things to note real quick. That's a C sharp. This, you need to put your first finger down on both strings. So I mark something like this. You could put a star there, or I don't know what sort of shorthand you have, but that does need to be on both strings. We've already talked about all this shifting here. I remember going over it in class with you guys. You could shift to third position and do some reach backs for like the C sharp right there. You could do second position as written. Don't do first position for the whole thing, but you can kind of play around. Just try not to slide. We don't want to hear a lot of sliding. I don't think we've ever made it past B. We are doing all this half position stuff, substitute fingering type thing. So we'll kind of go through it together. So right here, let's go ahead and play each of these 4 times all the way down to A. So we'll ignore all these rests and stuff. I'll play them each 4 times. So triplet da. There wasn't one other one right there, double second finger on both strings as well. You're going to be using a lot of fourth fingers, some really strong, your fourth finger is going to get really strong through this. Okay, let's just play straight through. 1, da, da, 2, da, da, 3. Rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Sorry. Starting at measure 11, 2, 3. Great. All right, the next part, I'm not going to go over. You guys already know that next part. So let's jump down to letter B, starting on the third, 1, 2, 3, third measure on beat 3 right here. Okay. Yeah, just listen to how it goes and then we'll do some note checking. 1, 2. So you'll see some of these bow strokes are really long. Even I just choked a couple times and had to change my bow. So try and get to the frog, try and get to the tip as much as possible. All right, let's go over these notes individually now, starting at right here. So we're gonna go 4, 2, 1, half position 1. I'm gonna kind of walk you through it, starting on that 4. Okay, so hold each note. So 4, 2, stay in half position, 2, 1, 2, 1. Stay in half position. You're gonna put your 3 where it usually goes, but your 4 right on top of it. So your 4th finger is where the G sharp is. G, 4, 1, which was still in half position. Half position 2, 1. Same thing, put your 4 where your D sharp goes, so it should be right next to your 3rd finger. 1. Same thing, 4 goes right next to your 3rd finger. Half position 2. Shift up to 1st position. I played a couple of those notes out of tune, but so let's do that again. So again, we're on measure 32 on that diminuendo where that 4th finger is. That 4th finger here isn't really half position, but you should keep your 1st finger down in half position and just reach up for your 3 and 4, because as you see right here, you're going back into half position. So I just do a kind of a big stretch, so it's like half position 3, 4, instead of bringing my 1 back up. I just kind of keep it down here. So here's where my 3 usually goes. There's G sharp, and then there's my A sharp down there for that. Okay, so starting again on measure 32, this time with the rhythm, we'll just go very slowly. You can go ahead and change, just do separate bows for right now, except for those tied notes. We'll hold the tied notes, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Great, now try out the slurs and a little faster. 2 and 3 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Rest, rest, and then you're back to the melody line. All right, let's take it all the way back from the 1, 2, 3rd measure of B, 3rd beat, right there on that D sharp. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And again, 1, 2. move on to the next part. Okay, good. Another section, those quarter notes are pretty basic. Yeah. Going up to here, the top of the second page, kind of through that section right there, just kind of go over those note checks. There are some ties over the beats, so let's go ahead and count that first. So starting right here, 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 and nothing. So that's kind of the theme right here. So it's and 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 and blank. Okay? Go ahead and pick a top or a bottom, or learn both of them. I'm going to start with the top note. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you can hear it kind of comes down. Ba, dun, dun, dun. It's more of a sound effect there. Okay, so here's the top note again. 1 and 2 and 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 3. And then here's the bottom note. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 3. Good. And then coming down to letter F, we have the same rhythm. And 1 and 2 and rest. Okay, so let's start at letter F with the pick up to F. 1 and 2 and 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. And that last one right there, right before letter G, try to stay at your frog, because see how long that slur is at letter G? So you want to stay at your frog for that down, up, 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 because you have a really long note after that. So you might want to write that in and practice staying there. The other ones, you can go as far to your tip as you want. All right, more triplets, so that should be very similar to the beginning. And then letter I, the way you practice letter I is actually to practice the lower octave. And then once you're really used to the lower octave and what it sounds like, then you jump up to the higher octave. Because then your brain knows what it sounds like, so it actually should be pretty easy for you.